Hi everyone, welcome to Crypto Market, the educational channel about cryptocurrencies. In this video, I will show you step by step how to trade futures on the KuCoin cryptocurrency exchange. Before starting, remember that if you did not have a KuCoin account, in the video description you will find the link so you can sign up and get a 10% discount on all trading fees for life. And for being a new user, by depositing funds and trading, you can claim a mystery box of up to $500. I am already on the main page of KuCoin. To trade futures, you have two options: the Classic and the Lite. In this video, I am going to show you the Classic one because it is the most complete and allows you to trade like a professional. You can change the screen mode from light to dark. With this dark mode, you prevent your eyes from getting tired very quickly. You change it here at the top right in the Design tab. Here you find the chart with prices and volume. Here you find the order book, and here below the operations that are being executed in real time. And the most important of all, the panel where you place the orders. The first thing you need to do is transfer some funds to the futures wallet. You can do this by selecting this icon or by selecting the transfer button. Select USDT. Choose the wallet from which you want to transfer the funds. Enter the amount and confirm. Here you can see the balance you have available. Now you are going to choose the futures contract that you want to trade. This first one is USDTM. This means that to trade this type of contract, you must have USDT dollars in your futures wallet. In USDCM, the same thing happens. To be able to trade, you must have USDC dollars in your futures wallet. And in CoinM, you must have any of these cryptocurrencies to be able to trade. For example, if I select Polkadot, it automatically changes the balance in the wallet for Polkadot. The best thing to do is always use stable coins to trade futures. You can create a favorites list. You can also filter contracts by category. For example, here you find Metaverse, NFT or DeFi, and the trending. I am going to write BTC in the search engine to see what contracts are available. Here are 4. 2 perpetual and 2 quarterly. Perpetual contracts, as the name implies, never expire. But these 2 quarterly do have an expiration date. This means that on this date that appears here, the contract will be closed automatically, regardless of whether you are in profit or loss. The first 2 digits are the month and the last 2 digits are the day. This contract expires on March 31st. However, in KuCoin, the vast majority of futures contracts are perpetual. I will select the first BTC perpetual futures contract. Here you find the current price of Bitcoin. Here on the side you find 2 different prices, the mark price and the index price. The index price is the average price of Bitcoin on different exchanges outside of KuCoin. And the mark price, the platform calculates it with some formulas that they use. This mark price is the one that is used to execute the liquidations. KuCoin calls this the fair price, thus avoiding liquidations when there is too much volatility in the market and on other exchanges. Here you find the funding rate. KuCoin Futures uses the funding mechanism to ensure that the last price is always anchored to the global spot price. If the rate is positive, traders who are long pay those who are short. And if the rate is negative, traders who are short pay those who are long. These settlements occur every 8 hours. Here you can see the time remaining until the next settlement is executed. Now let's look at the most important thing in futures: leverage. Leverage allows you to maximize both profits and losses. For this reason, you must be very careful when using it. In this section, you can choose the leverage you want to use in trades. You can choose from 1x to the highest, which is 100x. You can use the bar, or if you prefer here, you can directly place the leverage. For example, if the price of Ethereum is $1,700 and you want to open a trade of 1 Ethereum and you choose a leverage of 10x, You would use just $170 to trade 1 Ethereum in futures contracts. And if you use a much riskier leverage, for example a 50x, you would only use about $34 to trade 1 Ethereum in futures contracts. In trading, it is very common to use the terms increase a position or decrease a position. In simple words, increasing a position is adding more dollars and reducing a position is taking dollars out of that operation. I'm going to open a small example trade to show you how the interface works. I am going to use the Ethereum perpetual contract against the USDT dollar. You can open trades using the limit price or the market price. If you use the limit price, here you enter the exact price at which you want the trade to be executed. For example, $1,600. You choose the leverage and the percentage you want to use of your available dollars. This is the amount of dollars that you will use in the trade. And this is the total value that you will use in the trade including leverage. If according to your analysis you think the price is going to go up, you go long, or if you think it is going to start going down, you open a short position. For this example, I will choose long. Select buy. Verify the information and confirm. Here in the Open Orders tab, you can see the order that is pending execution. And here you can cancel it. On the other hand, if you select market price, you cannot choose the price. The trade is executed automatically with the current market price. Select the leverage. I will use 25% of the available balance of the wallet. And the platform automatically calculates the amount of Ethereum you would use in the trade. It is very important to always set the stop loss to reduce losses and the take profit to withdraw profits. Here you can set the take profit and stop loss before opening the trade. Or when you already have the operation open, you can activate them in this panel. When I have the operation open, I will show you where it is configured. Here you verify the information and confirm. As I use the market price, it is executed automatically, and here below you can see all the information of the trade that I have opened. Here you find the name of the contract in green. This means that I am in a long position. Next to it you find the size of the order 0.02 Ethereum and the corresponding value in dollars. This is the price at which I opened the trade. This is the leverage that I am using and the amount of dollars that I invested in the trade. Here are the mark price and the liquidation price. Remember that the higher the leverage, the closer the settlement price is. If you want to add more dollars to the operation, you can do it simply by selecting this icon and choosing the amount you want to add. Note that adding more dollars automatically lowers the leverage and the liquidation price moves further away. Here you can set the take profit and the stop loss when having the trade open. You place the prices. For example, if the market price reaches $1,900, the trade is closed. And you can also choose to close the trade when the mark price or the index price touch is the target price. You choose the one you like. Another option to increase the position in the trade is using this panel. You simply enter the amount you want to add. I am going to use the same leverage. And select buy and see that the new balance of the operation appears here. Increase to 0.03 Ethereum. When increasing the position using this panel with leverage, see that the values were modified again. The leverage and the liquidation price were modified. If you activate this option, the increases of the position that you have open are blocked. Only the option to reduce the position remains enabled. If you try to make another buy to continue increasing the position, it will be automatically cancelled. All these configurations already depend a lot on each trader's strategy. You can also add dollars to the trade automatically by activating this button. If the trade does not go as expected, and it begins to approach the liquidation price by having this option activated, the exchange will automatically start adding dollars to the trade to prevent it from being liquidated. The platform will only add to the trade the dollars that you have available in the futures wallet. Analyze this option very well and see if it can help you with the trading strategy or if, on the contrary, it can generate losses. It is always important to look at all of these options before opening a trade. Here are the profits or losses of the trade: the unrealized and realized. If you want to get out of the trade, you have several ways to do it. The first is using the limit option. Here you choose the target price at which you want the trade to close. Choose to execute 100% of the trade and confirm. As the take profit and the stop loss were activated, the platform asks me if I want to cancel them. I will select yes. Here in open orders appears the pending order to be executed. When the Ethereum price reaches the target price, the trade is closed automatically. Here on the right side you can cancel. The second way is by selecting this market price button. Select 100%. Confirm, and the trade will be closed immediately at the market price. You can also use these options to reduce the position. What you have to do is choose 50% or 75% and gradually get out of the trade. The third way to close the trade is simply by opening a contrary trade for the same value of the order that is open. In this case, it would be to open a short trade for the same value. Here you place the same amount that you have in the open trade. And now you are going to select sell, confirm, and that's it. You already left the market. Well, this is all for this video. I hope this information will help you to trade futures in this excellent exchange. Thanks so much for the support. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos.